Mike Ozekhome gives Biafrans details and plans of Abubakar Malami, that is the AGF. When the appeal court in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, upheld the judgment acquitting and discharging the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Mike Ozekhome's son, one of the lawyers representing the separatist leader, said the court upheld its ruling of October 13th, which set Kanu free. Record that the Nigerian government had sought a stay of execution on the ruling of the Court of Appeal acquitting and discharging Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal court earlier set Kanu free and acquitted him of the charges of terrorism and treasonable felony against him. But on Monday, the Nigerian government approached the appeal court asking it to stay the execution of the judgment of October 13th, which voided the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. A three-man panel of justice held that such extraordinary rendition without hindrance to due processes of the law was a gross violation of all international conventions, treaties, protocols, and guidelines that Nigeria is a signatory to, as well as a breach of the appellate's fundamental human rights. The appellate court further held that the government failed to reflect the allegation that the IPOB leader was in Kenya and that he was adopted and brought back to the country without any extradition processes. On the ground, the appellate court held that the government was silent on the issue, which it described as very pivotal in determining whether the trial court would still have the jurisdiction to continue with the criminal proceedings before it. Then the appellate court judges held that the Nigerian government's action tainted the entire proceedings it initiated against Nnamdi Kanu and amounted to an abuse of criminal prosecution in general. The three-man judge therefore held thus the court will never shy away from calling the executive to order, which it takes towards executive recklessness. It accused the government of engaging in serious abuse of power, but the Nigerian government, in a notice of appeal filed before the appeals court, focused on 7 grounds wants the Supreme Court to stay the execution of the appellate court judgment. The government, other things, contend that the appellate court panel held in law and occasioned a miscarriage of justice when it relied on the manner by which Kanu was renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria after he jumped bail in 2017 to quash the charges against him. It further insisted that the appeal courts acted in error by striking out the charge against the IPOB leader on the premise that the trial judge no longer had the jurisdiction to handle the matter. The government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, is therefore asking the Supreme Court to, in the interim, suspend the execution of the Court of Appeal verdict pending the hearing and determination of his appeal. But Chief Mike Ozekhome's son, one of the lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu, said that the court upheld its ruling on October 13th, which set Nnamdi Kanu free. So that means Nnamdi Kanu is free. Also said that AGF Abubakar Malami, is engaging in serious abuse of power. AGF Abubakar Malami is engaging in serious abuse of power. Now, you will not think by now that Buhari and Malami will be, hiding their head in shame. But these people, they are still moving around shamelessly. Not to someone recently wrote that their culture, they do not accept the concept of being wrong. Even if they die in the process, they won't, they will keep repeating the same failed processes over and over and over again. Just like that. They take it to the Supreme Court. Let's see what they say. Breaking the UN and Nigerian laws is legit as far as IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu are concerned. Malami will run mad chasing Kanu's shoulders and tall and quiet, making mockery of Nigeria before the civilized world. Buhari has no choice but to wave bye-bye to Nnamdi Kanu and hope to meet again, at the ICC. These are some reactions by Nigerians. Why are all of you failing over one another or whatever? I don't get it. And I don't even understand it. What that person means to say. So my people, now don't hear the matter now. AGF Malami is engaging in serious abuse of power. This kind of nami get cutlass, nami get yam. Anyhow, when I go like, now I go take use and cut. That is just exactly what it's doing. And I don't think this will do anybody any good. I'm dropping it here. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.